Hello, everyone. How are you today? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Okay, I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to try not to spend a whole lot of time with all the pregame stuff because this is a very touchy subject for me. And I have been, hi, Sissy. I have been just in a place of openness today. Just my spirit has been open and I can't seem to get, hi cousin James, my tears under control, but I believe it's because God is really pushing me to get this message out. I have several messages, but the main focus is being a cycle breaker. Hence my shirt my son made. Shout out to Visions Creativity for my shirt. Get with them if you need something made. Anyway, let me get right into what I'm feeling. Hi, cousin James. I love you. Sometimes we do not realize, let me just speak for myself. I did not realize how I was continuing to repeat certain cycles in my life that were introduced to me without me even realizing they were introduced to me. Just going on and just repeating the same things that you've been taught or that you've witnessed. The main thing that I realized about a month ago, well, I realized it before that. I was talking to one of my friends about a month ago, and she was talking about wanting to find the person that her mom was married to. She wanted to find him so he could take her name off of his name off of her birth certificate. So what happened was her mom was married to someone that was not her biological father. Hello, Dad Dillard. That was not her biological father, and she gave her daughter that man's last name. Later on, she found her, connected with her biological father, so on and so forth. Happy ending. Anyway, she was saying that she wanted to get the man that wasn't her father, his name taken off her birth certificate. Okay, so that sparked the whole conversation that we've had before, but it just brought it back up to me, and I realized I had not shared just my revelation of that whole experience for me. When I was 5, my mom married my dad, and so I took on his last name. So because we lived in California away from my father, who was here in Oklahoma, I went to school under the last name Kirk, which my father's name is Tryon, which my name is Tryon on my birth certificate. So because my mom married my dad and her last name was Kirk, I carried Kirk. So all through high school, middle school, junior high school, my name is Shauna Kirk in Sacramento. So when we moved to Oklahoma, where my father lived, that's when I started carrying Tryon, because by then, hi Cammie, by then we're enrolling in school. They go and buy your birth certificate. So, and when I moved to Oklahoma, my name is my legal name, Shauna Tryon, until I got married. So, of course, growing up, I'm not thinking anything of my last name changing. I'm carrying somebody else's last name. I'm not thinking anything about that. It's my mom's last name. It's what we do. You just go with the flow. So when I got pregnant in California, we moved here. When I got married, I ended up changing my son's name to my married name, repeating the cycle, because his father was not present, in his life. For whatever reason, it made it seem like it was okay for me to take away his name and give him the person's name that was taking care of him. That was a cycle repeated that I didn't that I didn't even understand. I did the same thing my mother did. And so now that I have grandkids, it's just like so many things are just being brought to my attention as far as the things that we continue to do, the things that we carry on for generations that don't work, that are not working. So what I realized is whenever you carry a name You know, it makes so much sense to our history and to who we are and to, you know, hi son, I love you. It just makes so much sense to what we've been taught. Our history, our heritage, you know, the names you carry, how your name has meaning, and you carry the personality of your name. So what I realize is we end up trying to live up to, identify with a name that we've been given that is not even our natural name. Like, it's not even your name. So what you end up doing is not only repeating the cycle of taking away a person's true identity, and just so it's clear, because you change a person's name, that does not change the DNA. That does not change who they are. That does not change the fact that you had a child by this person. It don't change none of that. So for me, I think it was all, I done it for the picture. Like, it needed to look good. I got married. I got this last name. We all need to have the same last name. So nobody's asking my son questions, blah, 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 mask on. You know what I'm saying? You just go right back to putting a mask on and thinking that every little thing, doing it for every mama, I'll call you back, I love you, doing it for everybody else instead of realizing what we're really doing. So we repeat cycles, not even knowing why we're doing it, or not understanding the effect it has on our children or the people around. None of that. I don't know what it done to my father for him to know that I was carrying somebody else's last name. I don't know what it done to Michael's father to know that I gave him somebody else's last name. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not just about you. It's not just about me. It's not. But when I realized what I was doing to my child and my children, just by trying to maintain the way this picture looked, all I could do was apologize. You know what I mean? All I could do was say, son, I'm sorry for taking who you know, trying to take away who you are from you just to make myself look or feel better. You know what I'm saying? So I had to accept my part in, you know, whatever it was that I done to just have him questioning who he was instead of just being honest, you know, about the whole situation. And so now that I'm almost 50 and my friends we're the same age and we're all sitting here having these conversations and realizing, you know, I feel this way because of this, and this happened to me and it affected me this way. Well, this is why I can't keep a man. Well, this is why I don't have any kids. You know, just all of the things that we deal with once we get grown, y'all. It started somewhere. It started somewhere. Hi, cousin Clarice. I love you so much. It started somewhere. So just because you don't want to acknowledge your child's father in his life, his or her life, just because you don't want anybody asking you questions about who the baby daddy is, so you give them another name, y'all, that don't change who they are. Let me tell you something. My son is a mini, y'all think he look like me? He is a mini me of his father. So no matter how much I try to keep him close to me, change his name, give him this, you know what I mean, this perfect picture of life, he struggled with, who do I identify with? You know what I mean? I know I'm loved. I know I'm taken care of, but that's who he is. Who I tried to take away from him, or who I took away from him, is who he connects with. It's who he is. And so when I see so many of my family, you know what I mean, just going through the same cycles, I'm like, y'all, we got to stop it. We got to stop it. We got to be the ones to stop it. So it does not matter how you feel about the person you had children by. You did it, and the child is here. So don't take away from them or try to take their identity away from him just by changing their name or keeping them out of the presence of their other parent. It's not fair. It's not fair. And all you are doing is repeating a cycle that is destructive. It is destructive, and it's unfair because it leaves the child searching for who they are. It leaves them searching for the connection of the other part of them. Like there's nothing you can do to take away the other part of them. Hello, Michael Bonton. I love you and thank you. It takes away the other part of them. You know what I mean? And so it's like there was nothing. I mean, things happen, life changes, and things happen, but we have to learn from our mistakes. We have to learn lessons from this life so we don't repeat them. My son Christian, he carries his mom's last name because he came into our lives later on, but we don't love him any less than. But I'm like, you need to be carrying, you know what I mean? It's like I just see so many, like right here in my own house, is so many examples of this same situation. And then we wonder why we're all struggling to connect. It's because there's so many different parts of us everywhere that we're not connecting with, and we have to come together and make the connection. So I just want to encourage the mothers and the fathers and the fathers out there. Shout out to the fathers that's being fathers. Do not give up. Do not give up your right to be a parent. No, none of us are perfect. And a lot of times we make it seem like until this person does this A, B, C, D, the way I need them to do it, I'm not going, we have a whole lot of stuff to deal with. But my brother, speaking of being a cycle breaker, I just see in my immediate family how we all been called to be cycle breakers. Our brother, Alice, has had full custody of his daughter since she was 3. He met his wife when Taylor was 6, almost 7, and they've been, one happy family ever since. She just graduated from high school. But he's a cycle breaker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let you say that I'm a unfit father. I'm not taking care of my responsibilities. He broke the cycle. He took the baby and he raises the baby. Okay, I'm watching my sister that raised her children, as a single mother. They're graduating from college and graduating from high school, like breaking cycles. Our baby sister, OD, making life changes so her family don't have to live in the same struggle that she lived in, breaking cycles. Our children are breaking cycles like us. We see it. I told them, I said, y'all, we got to stop it. We keep wondering why we have the same struggles, year after year. It's something, we got to cut the cord. Like we got to cut the cord. We got to be the ones to break it. My mom and dad are in California right now. They haven't been back to California probably since we left. I'm looking forward to them seeing my brother and my sister down there and reconnecting and breaking the cycle of dysfunction in our family. Like we have to do it. We have to do it. You can pray all day. You can go to church 5 days a week. But until you deal with those things that are inside of you, until you deal with those things that you are sweeping under the rug and hiding behind the wall with some paint, y'all, we got to deal with stuff. Like we got to deal with stuff. And that's just been on my mind. And I knew God wasn't going to let the tears stop until I said what it was that he wanted me to say. It's time for us to break the cycles that are causing division in our families. It's time for us to break the cycles that is causing your money to disappear. Like it's cycles. And speaking of that, I got a call from a credit card person this morning. Lord Jesus. And they were telling, the lady asked me, she was like, hi, Miss White, I was just calling to follow up to see if there's been any changes to, your situation, whatever, on this credit card bill that I've been paying on. And so I said, no, ma'am, there hasn't been, but you see, I've been making payments. And she said, yes, but is there anything that you can do differently to hurry up and get it paid off? I said, is there anything that you can do to help me get it paid off? I said, how can you help me? Tell me how you can help me, because it's obvious I'm never going to get this card paid off the way things are going right now because y'all keep adding interest. I just kind of snapped for about 2.5 seconds and just asked her, how can you help me? You see me trying to pay this bill. Anyway, before we got off the phone, she said, yes, we do have a program. I can sign you up for this program, and it'll take away your late fees for the next 3 months. That alone will help me and save me a couple of $100 so I can get out of this debt, so I can break this cycle of debt. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the last 3 bills that I paid off is because I took that attitude. What can you do for me? They've been reducing them by $200, $300, $400, $500 so I can get it paid off. I'm breaking the cycle. I'm breaking the cycle that tells me that I'm less than I need to be. I'm breaking the cycle that tells me I have to stay in any situation that is not producing fruit, that is not bringing me joy, that is not helping me grow. I'm breaking the cycle. I'm breaking the cycle. Yes, you did, son, and I did it. Thank you. Breaking the cycle. So find out what cycles are going on in your life. What cycles are you repeating that you don't even realize you're repeating because they just became a part of your life. But y'all, we don't have to accept any and everything that's handed to us like we don't have a say-so, or we don't have the power that God has given us to change the situation. We have the power to change the situation. So going back to what I was saying about, you know, your parents and absent parents and like stuff like that. If you need to ask your parent a question about why so-and-so ain't here, ask the questions, y'all. We can't be afraid to ask the questions. And as parents, be open and transparent enough to be honest with your children. Like, they deserve that. They deserve that. I seem like I had so much to say. Oh my gosh. When I went to North Carolina about a month ago, I went with 2 bags, Southwest, 2 bags. You know, you don't have to pay. 2 bags, fly free, whatever. On the way there, I didn't have any problems checking my bag. They weren't overweight. Checked my bag, stayed for 11 days, came home. On the way back, I checked my bags and they were too heavy. Well, I washed my clothes, so they wasn't heavy because they was dirtier or anything. But on the way back, my luggage was heavy, and so the lady said, you're gonna have to take some of this stuff out of the bag, or you're gonna have to pay $75. I'm not paying $75, so let me start taking some of this stuff out of the bag. Well, she had already sent one of my suitcases down the carousel or whatever, so all I had is a backpack. So I had to take 20 pounds worth of stuff out of this out of this suitcase and make it fit in this backpack before I catch this plane. So I instantly got flustered. I just got frustrated, and I was like, oh my God, like, how am I gonna make this happen? There's no way this stuff is gonna fit in this backpack. I'm gonna end up, like, it's her fault. I'm gonna end up missing my flight. I was like, ma'am, how did this happen? Like, I have the same stuff. Anyway, I'm just going on and on, talking to her like it's her fault that my bag is heavy. I finally said, I'm sorry, this is not your fault. This is my issue. Let me get my stuff out of the suitcase. I ended up getting like 3 pair of pants out, 2 pair of shoes, 2 jackets, just extra. Anyway, by the time I got it 20 pounds lighter, my hands were full of all of the stuff that I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fit into this backpack to get on this plane. So I get enough out, go over here to this area, get it situated. My backpack is heavy, and I'm still like have too much stuff in my hand, but I got to get through security because I got to get on this plane. Long story even longer. Once I make it to the plane, I literally was in tears because it was just frustrating to me. I sat down, got in my seat or whatever, took out my journal, and I was like, okay, Lord, show me what that was for. Because hi, Howard. Hi, Brenda. Show me what that was for. Hi, Cicely. I love you guys. Show me what that was for, because it was like too much going on for it to not be. I'm looking for the message, and at this point in my life, there is a message in every single day. So I'm looking for it every day. Anyway, I get on the plane, sit down, take out my journal. I want to make sure I got what I came to get and leave with what I'm supposed to leave with, whatever. So I said, okay, Holy Spirit, what is this for? So he said to me, you are returning. Hi, Kiana. Hi, Kayla. You are returning heavier than you left. You will have to learn how to readjust the weight you've been given, so you are equipped to carry it alone. I'm reading in my journal. So you are equipped to carry it alone if necessary, and you are able to carry more. Some things will have to be thrown away. I threw away like 2 pair of pants, I think, at the airport. I don't need them. Some things must be thrown away. You must not get too attached to things. Stay focused on where you're going. I had a destination. I had to get back home. Stay focused on where you're going. Know that you are ready. You are not the same daughter. You are not the same daughter. Don't feel guilty for changing, growing, or carrying more weight. You are becoming exactly who I've called you to be. Keep growing, keep glowing, keep going. And I put unbreakable. So that was just like the whole message was spiritual for me. But it had to happen the way it happened, just for me to be like, I got this. You know what I mean? So by the time I got on the plane, I had all of that stuff that I kept in my backpack. Of course, at first it felt like it was overwhelming, like it was too heavy, like I couldn't carry it. But I adjusted it. I took everything out, threw away what I didn't need, and then I packaged it in a different way to where I could carry it. You understand what I'm saying? So it was the same, y'all. I promise y'all, it was the exact same stuff that I left with. But my time in North Carolina was so unbelievable. Like, it was so enlightening, so peaceful. Like, God deposited something into me every day. So if you're getting poured into, you should be heavier, right? You should be heavier. So I came back heavier than I left spiritually. Like, I came back with more assignments than I left with spiritually. So yeah, something had to happen for me to be able to know that I could carry more weight and I was going to be okay. I'm still making it to my destination because I was able to make it through security, made it on that plane. My carry-on fitted in the overhead. I got in my seat and I was able to sit down and focus on, okay, what's the message? My point is, make the necessary adjustments, break the cycles, learn how to carry the weight that you have been given because it's yours. He gave it to you because he knows you can carry it and he knows you're going to do with it. He's trusting you to do with it exactly what he's called you to do with it. So the fact that I changed my baby's name 32 years ago, it was so I could tell you it ain't worth it. The fact that my mama changed my name 45 years ago is so I can understand what my son felt when I did it to him. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Ask God, ask the Holy Spirit, ask whoever you get your answers from. For me, it's God and the Holy Spirit. I will never, ever talk down to, that's who it is, okay? Ask him what it's for. Ask him what you're supposed to do with it. Make the necessary changes. Adjust your backpack so you can carry what he calls you to carry. It's on you. It's on you. So if ain't nothing changing, if you don't ever tell the bill people, no, I'm not paying that, what other options do you have for me? You're going to keep on being in a downward spiral of debt because it's designed to keep us down. So until we learn something different and do something different, we're going to keep repeating the same cycles that our mothers, grandmothers, and everybody else did that did not work. If it's not working, y'all, we got to change it. If it's not working, we got to change it. If it's not working, we have to change it. We got to change it. So I am accepting my role as a cycle breaker because it's what I'm about to do. It's what's finna happen for me and my family. We finna break some cycles. We're not gonna keep repeating the same stuff that's not working and then wondering why 30 years later we are all still in the same place. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not doing it. Make the necessary adjustments. Talk to who you need to talk to. Ask for forgiveness for who you need to ask for forgiveness from. And keep it moving, y'all. We got to grow. Like, we got to go higher. Like, we got to reach higher. We got to dig deeper into the painful parts. And I promise y'all, I just stopped crying from 9 o'clock this morning, 8 or whatever time it was. Like, I was like, God, what is it? And he like, I told you I'd have something for you to say. Like, just because you deciding when you gonna do it don't mean it don't have to be done. So he made it to where the weight of it became so heavy that I had to get it out. I had to get it out because nothing that we do is just for us. It's not just about us. It ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it happened to you, for you, through you, but it all happened so you can help somebody else. So if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling like, I don't know why I keep feeling like this, I don't know why I can't get ahead, I don't know why God making me, it's because it's greater than you. And anything that's full, it needs to be poured out. It needs to be let out. Like, you have to find a way. You have to find a way to release it. So I journal all the time, but now where I am, hi Nala, she like, you ain't gonna leave me out. Where I am now, it's can't nobody read my journal, y'all. So I have to get it out. So anyway, I feel like I could. There's one more story about the cycle breaker. Okay, so I'm a hairstylist. Most of you guys know that. In my gift, I am not only called to just do hair, like just to be doing hair. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, the way God speaks to me for my clients is through their hair. So a couple of months ago, get down, baby. A couple of months ago, Erica told me she wanted a haircut. So she came and got her haircut. She got it cut and colored. So she came and got her haircut and colored. But when I cut it, I just like cut like a very little off, like probably just the ends. And I colored it just this safe burgundy color, you know. Anyway, she ended up leaving almost looking like the same, like she did the same way she came. Hello, Garfield. Hi, Althea. Almost like the same way she came, but I knew that she was in the time of transition. I knew that you know, it was time for a change, but because I was just playing it safe. Hi, LaDonna. Because I was playing it safe. I love you, baby. Because I was playing it safe, I ended up giving her something that I felt that she would be comfortable with, when in all reality, she wasn't even in a comfortable season in her life. Anyway, long story short, after I done her hair, she paid me. Like, no sooner than she left, I was like, okay, I need you to come back. Because the Holy Spirit was like, that's not what you were supposed to do. And I was like, what? So anyway, I asked her to come back. She couldn't come back. I said, don't worry about it. I'm coming to you. I went to the beauty supply, got new colors, went over there, and I didn't even ask any questions. I just listened and done exactly what he told me to do. She ended up with like a whole lot less hair and a totally different color. Since that day, I watched her. Now, she's already a talker. She's already known on social media. She's already, you know, walks in her authority. She was already doing all of that. But after that haircut in that color, she just like blossomed into a whole nother level of who she is. It was up to me to break the cycle. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was up to me to break that cycle of familiarity, of like, it's part of my assignment. So we have to understand that people's lives are literally connected to our obedience. Like, literally connected to your obedience. It's not only for you. It's not only about you. It's like somebody is waiting for you to hear the voice of God and obey. Somebody is waiting for what you have to say. Somebody is waiting for your gift. Somebody in a whole nother state, a whole nother country will benefit from the things that cause you the most pain. But listen, We got to listen and we got to obey, and we cannot be afraid. Jesus, we cannot be afraid to be transparent. We cannot be afraid to be seen with our mask off. We cannot be afraid to be seen broken. Okay, I've been, oh my God, but by grace, but by God's grace. And it was not just for me. It was not just for me. So just know that whatever it is you are going through, the key word is through. And you better know you're going to make it through. But you're not making it through only for you. You're not making it through not to go help somebody else. You're not making it through to not be honest with yourself, first of all, and then honest with all those connected to you, so you know that it's for a greater purpose. We say all the time, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and that are called according to his purpose. If you know that's you better know that all things are working. All means all. And that's all it means. No, it don't feel good when it's happening. No, it don't feel good when you don't understand it. No, it don't feel good when you don't have no money in the bank and your relationships ain't going right and your kids is acting up and your car is broke and your job. None of that don't feel good. But it is not just for you. It is not just for you. And if you serve the God that you say you serve, if you serve a higher power, if you know where your help and your strength comes from, rely on that. Rely on him. Rely on the God in you. Trust the God in you. That's what he said to me the other day. Trust the God in you. If I'm in you, you better trust what I'm telling you to do and know that it's going to be okay. Know that it's going to be okay. No, I'm okay, baby. Now I keep thinking I'm not okay. I'm okay, baby. I'm okay. So y'all, it's bigger than this. It's bigger than this moment. It's bigger than this moment. It's bigger than this situation. It's bigger than this disappointment. It's like so much bigger. It's like so much bigger. And we have to see the big picture. Like, and just all faith, no fear. All faith, no fear. Break them cycles. Break them curses. Trust the God in you. Say what you need to say. Don't worry about who doesn't understand it. Don't worry about who doesn't understand it. It's bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger. It's just bigger. So I hope God is pleased, because I had to get that out. Because that wasn't just for me. None of it has been just for me. So when I say, God, use me as you will, have your way, your will, not mine. When I say all of that, I literally mean it. Like in everything I do, in everything that happens in my life, God, have your way. Show me your purpose for this thing. Show me your purpose for this day. And help me to make it happen. Help me to make it happen. Like you make everything happen for me. So, be blessed. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep growing. And do what God has called you to do. Do what God has called you to do. And enjoy your life. Be fierce. Be free. Be you. I love you. Thank you for watching. Please share if it blessed you. I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much.